So, yeah, we can go to agenda item 1, call to order, roll call. So, let's just make sure who is here. Mary Lou,
Present.
Paolo,
Here.
and then Philip present. So we have quorum. 3 of 4, right?
Yes.
So next agenda item, approval of the minutes from the meeting on November 14th. It's been a while. So maybe,
I make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
okay, so then we vote on that. Paolo votes, obviously. Yeah, you need to
Yes.
say is Mary Lou,
Yes.
Philip, yes. So the
Yes.
minutes are approved with 3-0 votes. Agenda item 3, call to the audience. Anything there, Jody?
We did not receive any call to the audience.
Okay, so then let's go over to agenda item 4, which is the review of HPZ 22075 on 86 to 92 West Simpson. It's a continuation of a previously submitted review. It's actually there's 2 case numbers to it, and we have here the owner and the designers, I suspect.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to show something, or how shall we go through the documents that are online? Or
I don't have anything to show, but
We submitted it to you.
Yeah,
It's been
it's
submitted.
it's online. I have copy in front of me.
so, Mary Lou, shall I open, or Jody, shall I open, or are you going to open it up?
I can open it up.
Cool.
Hold on just a second.
And then, so who's going to present from your end?
I'm going to let Nick start with it since you were the primary designer, and then I'll chime in as necessary.
Yes. Just let me know when you're ready.
Have you seen the revisions, Philip and Paolo?
Yes,
Jody?
yes, but we
Yes.
want to hear from you.
Yes,
the-
I finally was able to get to them.
Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Got it up.
Yes.
So Nick, it's up to you. You probably want to present based on
Yeah.
the feedback that you
Hey,
received.
is
from the
everybody
last
ready?
meeting.
Yes.
All ready. And these were the items for our last meeting and your recommendations. The development zone for this project is a corner lot. The height of the new addition ranges from 9'5" to 10'9". We said we lowered the roof pitch per your recommendations. The existing residence is 24 feet tall plus, and then the duplex to the east is 12 foot tall. In comparison to the existing structure, this addition is substantially smaller overall. We're asking for a 5-foot building setback at the property line in lieu of 10, as the existing buildings are built to the property lines. Per your recommendations, we have 8x8 metal posts in lieu of stucco columns. We went to a tongue and groove siding in lieu of stucco, eliminating any weak screed or anything. We're gonna paint it to match the existing. The existing fences and walls are stucco and metal. And all the utilities for this project are underground.
So you eliminated the windows too that were facing.
Yes, we also eliminated
Yeah.
both windows, so it doesn't look like a casita. For the comments.
Did we make a recommendation to do metal siding on this? Does anybody remember? I don't have the notes in front of me.
There was my recollection is there was a recommendation for either metal or wood.
Okay,
So we opted for the wood.
Okay, are you painting it or just staining it or,
Painting to match the house,
okay,
Well,
right?
I had initially said, I mean,
What do you want, Glenn?
I wanted to do a natural stain on it. Is that gonna,
Clear?
is that gonna hold it up? Is that gonna be an issue? I mean, there's a similar structure that my neighbor has to the north that is 18 inches away from our property wall that is painted blue, which I don't want to do. But it's the same tongue and groove with a metal roof.
Would you be opposed of us just putting clear on it and leaving it natural?
I mean, because I'm just thinking of like painted wood in this environment is not, I mean, that's a maintenance.
Well, both are
kind
gonna
of a
be
maintenance nightmare.
They're
I mean,
both
if you're
gonna be
worried
ma-
about maintenance, Glenn, if you did metal, you'd never have to worry about that for a long time.
I understand that, you know, and when I look at the website for the historic, this committee and suggestions for building materials, and I struggle with some of this. You know, I feel like the first thing that we submitted was pretty close to the suggestions that are on there, talking about using similar building materials, and for this project, stucco would have been that, and it got shot down because we weren't doing block and stucco over block. So I would rather not use metal, and I would rather use wood.
okay,
Fair enough.
fair enough.
I
What
And
about
you
on
said-
the
and
clear
you
and
said
paint is, sorry, Mary Lou, go ahead.
No, it's okay. So you would prefer to put a natural stain on it, is that correct, Glenn?
I would.
Okay, that's fine, great,
Thank you.
I don't have a
Kind
problem
of
with
wood
that.
is it?
What's the tiny group? Is it typically?
1x6.
I know, but the species, isn't it pine?
It's pine.
Yeah, it's a pine.
Yeah, they're pine.
Uh-huh.
So that grays out here, huh? Darkens and grays.
I'm not sure I understand your question. What is that again?
The patina will be darker and grayer. The aging of the wood.
Mhm.
You don't keep it up.
Depending on what we stain it, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I think that's far superior to painting it the color of the house. I mean,
Great.
Okay.
it's much better. Yeah.
Anything else, guys?
The 8x12 beam, that's a rough sawn beam. It's not a glue lamp.
It is.
It-
And I know that we talked about that the last time, and I think maybe there were, I think perhaps there was objection to that. And I'd like to point out that both structures on either side of where this would go have similar exposed beams. I mean, it would match the two existing structures with that
Yeah, it's an 8x12.
rough sawn beam across the front.
Do you have any photos of that?
No,
not
we
that-
I don't think we have any pictures of that, but it's,
I mean, those are probably what you're referring to are lintels over doors.
No, it says
No.
porch, it says porch beam.
no, there's a
Oh.
porch at 86 West Simpson and 92, and they both face this area and they, anyway.
Yeah.
That, which is
Yeah, well,
why
you-
Saw them. They're
it makes sense
solid
to
wood
me that it
beams,
would stay.
Paolo.
Excuse me?
They're solid wood beams. I saw them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a glue lamp, it is a solid beam.
But the 8x12, we're gonna make it rough sawn
Right.
in a glue
Right.
lamp.
No, no glue lamp.
What?
no glue
Oh,
lamp.
it's a beam?
It's
Oh,
rough
it's a beam,
sawn.
solid
excuse
beam,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, it's rough sawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that sound, fellas?
I think to me it sounds, you know, I don't want to go too much into the discussion that you opened up, Glenn. The intent of the code is not that you match the existing main structure, but that's why we work with the development zone. You have to refer to other structures of this kind. That's where we were coming from. And that's why your presentation shows not your main house, but other shed structures in the neighbor in the development zone. That's what we have to look at. And that's where the comments are coming from. But I think in the moment it's clearly typologically it's a shed structure, and now we have to just determine if it fits in the neighborhood or not.
I mean, I'm gonna read from your website, the website for this committee, and it says the roof forms and elements vary within the historic district. New construction should reflect primarily the main adjacent roof forms. And that's what that does.
Yeah, can you show, do you have, I see photos there. Does that show some of these roof forms?
I mean, the two on
Yeah.
either side have a similar beam,
If you go.
and it's set back. It's set back. So I don't even know that it's going to be that visible from the street. It'll be somewhat visible, but it matches the, it doesn't match, but it's in keeping with the two on either side, the
It
adjacent.
complements it.
Yeah.
It complements.
So
What's the thought?
Philip, Mary Lou.
Yeah, I think it's clearly a structure that is, I think in terms of design and, well, the typology, but also finishes now, it's clearly noticeable as a secondary shed structure. It still there's not the proof of how it, what it would reference and how it fits with the other similar structures in that area, but I understand the effort to make it compatible with the adjacent residences, and I think that's a good effort.
thanks.
In terms of massing, it seems a bigger shed than any in the development zone.
I would call those lean-tos, not sheds.
Sorry, you mean your reference images? That's what you're referring to?
The photos down, look, those look like lean-tos.
Yeah.
No, they're just cardboard.
Yeah, exactly. They are
Well,
not fully, I think we're dealing here with a typology that doesn't really exist in the development zone, it seems. So, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so I
No,
think there's
Go
no.
ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. But yeah, I don't see a typology that we can refer to. But I think it's clearly distinct. I mean, the material choices, the simple roof form, that's all in that has compatibility for me with the, you know, with the simplicity of the structures in the barrio. So
Good.
you know, from that end, it's just it's a larger shed structure than any I'm actually aware of.
Yeah,
You
it's,
know, and visible from the road. So that's the big questioning. Sorry, Marlo.
no, that's okay. It is larger than most secondary structures that I'm aware of in the neighborhood. It will be visible from the street, but it's not so large that it's intrusive. I have a question about a steel door.
What? A steel door?
Yeah. That's what's called out in the drawing.
What
I mean,
is
I
your,
don't have to have a
what's your
steel. I
question?
don't-
It's,
Yeah.
it's a metal door going with the metal posts.
Okay. So are posts metal, are they are steel unpainted?
Our original, yeah, they are. Because that was what was suggested at the last meeting.
Okay, I just needed to, I needed to get that clarified.
Yeah, no problem.
And that steel door, that's gonna be a painted door, isn't it?
Well, we can rust it out too, guys, if you want to match the post.
What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I don't have a problem with it if it's, it will match the post and it makes it less visible.
You okay with that, Glenn?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah,
It'll look
I
nice.
don't have strong feelings on the door at all, one way or the other. So whatever works for folks, I'm fine with, as long as I can, yeah, get a bike in and out.
Do you have a section there that we could look at?
A section?
Yeah, like page, it might be page 9. Okay, that's fine. T111 plywood underneath goes down. Trim. I think it's pretty straightforward. You guys want to take a vote on this?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the plan as presented on March 13th of 2023. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you.
Philip? Philip?
I don't know if
Sorry,
he's,
I was muted. Yeah, I have a hard time with it being a garage structure, so I say nay.
with it.
Okay.
So
Mary Lou?
I'm not thrilled with it, but it's, you know, everybody has made their best effort.
And I'm the same. I'm not thrilled, but I think effort's been made to make it compatible, and I'll vote yes. So motion's made to approve, 2 yeses and 1 nay. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Well, I appreciate all the input. And
So after this, you actually have another review. It'll go to the Plans Review Subcommittee, which is the committee of the Tucson Pima County Historical Commission. They meet twice a month. Once that gets scheduled, I will notify you of when that's scheduled.
who can you tell me that again? Who is this? What is this?
This is a 2-part review. So after this review, you go to the Plans Review Subcommittee. It is a subcommittee of the Tucson Pima County Historical Commission. They meet twice a month on the second and the Thursday of the month. Once I get that scheduled, I'll notify you. And then you'll present the same project to them. They will make a recommendation similar to the recommendation that you received here. Both of those recommendations go to the Director of Planning and Development Services, and he issues a decision.
So they have to approve it as well.
They are making a recommendation, just like the advisory board isn't approving, they're making a recommendation.
But believe that they have to.
Sorry, did you say something? That wasn't clear.
I'm just trying to understand the process. So I mean, I thought that this was
Mm-mm.
it. So
No,
what is,
it's always a 2-part review. It's the individual historic districts and the advisory board to that historic district, and then it goes to the commission.
and what's the
Dennis.
official name of the commission, just so I can look them up and prepare?
It's the Tucson Pima County Historical Commission. And you're
Commission.
going to subcommittee of that commission, which is called the Plans Review Subcommittee. PRS for short.
Now, can they kick it out if they wish?
How do you mean kick it out?
Well, can they, can they deny it?
They could. I mean, that's within their wheelhouse. Denials don't happen that often, but
Okay.
yeah, that could happen.
Okay,
And so when do they meet, and when will this go to them then?
They will meet on the 2nd and the 4th Thursday of each month. So they meet twice a month. I have to look at the schedule, but once I have you in the schedule, then I can let you know when it'll go.
Okay,
so
And is there a-
Jody, will we get a copy of what was discussed today and approved today as well at some point?
The minutes will be posted online, and you're welcome to view those online. And then actually the video, we post the video online too. They're recording video, whatever. So you'll have that too.
Okay,
is there a website for the Tucson Pima County Historical Commission?
It's the city website, the
It's on
city
the-
historical within the PDSD, the Plan
PDSD?
Development Services. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm a government worker and I like to use acronyms. But it is the Planning and Development Services. It's where you permitting, but there's a historic preservation page. And you can go to the design review section, and there is a design review section that talks the process and the commission and plans review.
Okay,
If you can't, email me and I'll send you a link.
okay. And you said they meet can you tell me one more time when they meet?
Yeah, they meet on the 2nd and the 4th Thursday of each month. Their meetings typically start at 1. And even though I say that the second meeting in March, because we couldn't get a quorum for the 23rd, is actually on the 30th. So the potential to either be on the 30th or be on the 13th of April. Those are the two meeting dates that I'm looking at, just so you know.
Okay.
They're also virtual like this.
Okay.
And the third, I mean, maybe explain also the third part of the process with the head of, with the director, you know, writing the recommendation ultimately. No matter what the vote is, right? That's an independent decision again.
It's an independent decision that the director makes, but it is based on the recommendations. He looks at recommendations, he looks at the discussion that was provided, and then he issues a decision letter.
And who is that?
The direct,
The
currently our
director.
director, yeah, currently our director is Tim Torme. He's the director, but chances are the letter is going to be signed by Lynn Birkenbein, who's our deputy director. Our director position is vacant right now.
You said the name was Tim Torme?
Yeah, I don't think I pronounced his last name right. It's Tim. It's like English is not my first language. THOMURE. He is our director.
And Lynn is, what's Lynn's last name?
Birkenbein, BIRKINBINE. She is our deputy director. She's actually the ones who is usually doing the letters.
Okay. Deputy director. Okay, so just one last time so that I have this clear in my head. So they'll receive this committee's recommendation as well as the drawings and everything, and then we do another meeting and represent.
They in advance, they review your plans, everything
Mhm.
that you've submitted.
Okay,
And then you'll have the meeting and they will give you the input. They will make their recommendation. From there, it goes to the planning director or the interim planning director.
It's basically the same dog and pony show with different people. Guys, I call it the dog and pony show.
yeah. Nothing moves quick. All right, well, look forward to doing this again.
Is that it, guys?
Yes.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay. Agenda item number 5, staff updates, information only. Jody, anything we need to be aware of?
We are still in a holding pattern on the commission.
Mhm.
We're supposed to be having a meeting with the county sometime this month. And then once we have the meeting with the county to make sure we're on the same page, we will hopefully be scheduling a study session with mayor and council. As
Mhm.
always, once we get that study session scheduled, and I will alert everybody to the date so you guys can attend or send in comments or something like that.
Yeah, that
The
would
other-
be good.
Do we
The
get the
other-
results of that study session in advance?
No, I can't. I would like to have ESP, but I don't have that ability, sorry.
Okay.
Other thing too, you all know, well, maybe Philippe knows, I don't know about the rest of you. We implemented a new permitting system called Energov. So now everything is submitted via TDC, which is Tucson Development Center online. You can track your progress of the permits. You can see who's doing reviews or who's completed reviews or whatever. The city or PDSD is doing training sessions on the new permitting system and TDC online and how to submit permits and everything. You can sign up via our webpage at PDSD if you are interested. I'm just letting you know that that's an option. It's kind of a nice system. And we're still all getting the hang of it. Also, I have sent notices to the city clerk asking about Mitch Makalvich, Paolo, your guy.
I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It's difficult.
I'm pronouncing my last name sometimes, so I'm terrible. But he's in process. It looks like they have received his information. So hopefully, they've been kind of slow with other people, with the other advisory boards, but it seems like they've gotten a fire lit under them recently. So hopefully this will move along a little bit faster, but it is in the queue. I just wanted to let you know that. And that's it.
Okay. Do we have any meetings coming up for the guidelines?
No, would you like to look at some dates?
Let's do it.
Yeah, that would be great. And for the first time in a long time, I'm going to be able to attend and work on things. I have to apologize to the board. I have not been real good about attending and working on things because I was taking care of my brother here at the house, and it's been really, really difficult.
Yeah.
It's understandable.
So,
No need to apologize.
anyway, he is out of my house right now, and I am much freer to work on things. So, yeah, let's look at dates.
So the 21st in the evening, I'm not available because I have Armory Park and West University. And the 28th, I have Fort Lowell, so I'm not available.
Could we do the 27th?
The 27th, I can do the 27th if that works for everybody.
Everybody
Works
else?
for me too.
Mary Lou?
I needed to get my book. So
Yeah.
are we talking the 27th?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the Monday,
Okay,
basically today in 2 weeks.
sounds good to me.
Me too.
Okay, I'll send out a calendar appointment
Sounds
at
good.
4 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 to 6, I'll make it. Okay. All right. I will get that scheduled.
All right.
Anything else?
No.
Well, then that was
So then the next is those were the staff updates. Then agenda point 6, adjournment. What do I need to do for that? I can't
it.
remember.
Say
Call
the
the meeting
time.
to a close.
Sorry.
Just call the meeting to a close and we'll
Okay,
vote.
we don't need to vote on that, right? No.
Well, we do.
Yeah, we
Oh, we
do.
Yeah, okay,
Some
good.
of you vote, some vote, some of them don't vote. So I don't actually
Uh-huh.
think that needs a vote, but you guys like to vote, so go ahead.
Well, we
We
can
love
change
to
that.
vote.
Okay, I make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Motion accepted.
Okay, we have 3 votes.
Yes.
Mary Lou,
Mary Lou, aye.
Paolo,
Yes. Yes.
Philip, aye, and so it's the meeting is adjourned to the next scheduled meeting.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Jody. Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye.